mention what's on my head right now. I went to San Francisco. I gotta briefly mask over this because the only things that I didn't mention in Broke Knock Life, the episode that's coming out next week or this week, I don't fucking know. The only thing that I didn't mention was the food tour, and we went to Chinatown and a Little Italy. We had a little like a little lady that walked us through, and then we paid her in advance, and then she brought us to, I think, 3 restaurants on the Chinatown side and then 3 restaurants on the Little Italy side. And what I really wanted to mention is a life-changing experience that I went through in the Chinatown district. Yep.
Okay.
I went to this okay, so we went to this like tea tasting thing. I have no idea what's on the schedule because my mom like planned everything whenever we went to San Francisco. So it was like a family trip. So it was just me, my mom, and my 2 brothers. So she planned the whole thing. So we were walking probably like 30-45 minutes into the trip. We turn into this like little tea shop, and then the first thing we're greeted with is an angry Chinese old man, and he's like, "Everybody stand up," and then we're like, "We're already standing," and then he's like, "Back up against the wall," and then our whole group, which consisted of 2 families, 3 families, I think. One family fucking like bailed like mid trip. But they were here for this one. So 3 families, we stood up against the back wall, and then he's like, "All right, put your hands like this." And then we grasp our hands like this, and then we put it by our side, and then he was like, "Repeat after me." And then we're like, "What the fuck?" And then he's like, "Welcome to my house." And then we're like, "Welcome to my house." And he's like, may I drink your tea?" And then we said, "May I drink your tea?" And then he said, "Yes, you can. Yes, you can. My name is Uncle. Say Uncle." And then we're like, "Uncle." And dude, he like made us repeat this whole thing. And then he went up to like each individual one of us and like gave us like an inspirational speech. He came up to me, and I was like right next to my mom. He was like, "That's your son, right?" And I was like, "Yes, yeah." She was like, "Yes, yes." And then he was like, "All right, stand up." And then I was like, "Oh shit." And then we in the meantime, while this is happening, we're like trying out different like tea. It's like a tea tasting thing. So it's him and his daughter. His daughter is like fixing the tea the whole time. So meanwhile, while this is happening, the little selling tactic that's going on, he's like harassing each and every one of the audience members that's like sitting at his table, because it's literally is his house. Like in the back of it, it goes up into his house in San Francisco, Chinatown. So he came up to me, and then he stood up, and he's like, look at me in the eye right now. And then I was looking at him dead in the eye. He's like, "Put your hands like this." And then I put my hands like this, and he's like, "Repeat after me." And I was like, "Okay." And then he's like, "I will not do anything to hurt or disobey my mother." And then like he gave me like this whole spiel of like not to disobey my mom and like make her happy. And then she was like, and then he was like, fuck, I'm trying to remember exactly what he said. He was like, it was something along the lines of, if you don't actually try into the thing that you're trying to manifest, it'll never come true. And like while he was saying it, he was like looking at me dead in my eyes, and like he put his finger like right up like in the middle of my glasses, and while he was like saying that whole thing, and I'm never gonna forget that whole moment. It was like the craziest thing, because before this happened, I took a rip out of this fucking Stiz dab vape, and I'm just like, dude, this is the most insane thing that's happening to me right in front of my mom. I'm having like this like existential crisis. An inspirational moment by this guy. And by the way, this dude didn't look a day over 60 years old. And he asked one of the members, one of the dudes that we were walking with. He was like, "How old do you think I am?" The dude said 65. He said 75 up. 85 up. This dude is 91 years old, and he does legitimately. He doesn't look. I would guess him at like 60 to 65. Like his skin was like crazy. Like he looks like Bobby Lee. Like Bobby Lee is 49, but he looks like 30.
Wow.
And
He's
the whole thing I'm getting at is I stopped drinking coffee because he sold me on this tea that he said that he's been drinking his whole entire life. And it's the ginseng oolong blue people tea. It's a green tea. It's a hot tea that I bought
green
from.
tea is pretty good.
It is. It is. And I've literally been drinking that, and I don't know what it has in it. I don't know if it has caffeine or not, but it's.
I think tea does. Yeah.
Yeah. It fucking. My God, it works so much better than coffee. It doesn't make me shit like profusely. You know what I mean? And it just like feels healthier.
Coffee do be doing that.
Oh, by the way, I just noticed your shirt. That's fucking badass.
Oh yeah.
Ora Nora Zora.
Let me see if I can steer the back.
Yeah, dude, show me the back. Oh shit, dude.
See it at all?
Yeah, that's badass. When did you get that?
Came in like a week ago. I ordered it like
6 months ago.
yeah, forever ago. Whenever I mentioned it on the podcast, like forever ago, that I'd ordered some shirts after we talked about it on the podcast, and yeah, that must have been like 2 months ago at least. But yeah, it finally came in. I had completely forgotten about it, and it came in the other day, and I was like, hell yeah. I gotta wear that on the podcast.
Dude, okay, so this is completely off topic, and I mean, this whole podcast is usually off topic, but what edibles did you eat? Like, what kind? Was it like brownies or like gummies or?
Cookies.
It was gummies?
Cookies.
Cookies? Wait, what flavor?
Yeah. Chocolate chip.
Oh,
I just made it myself.
Oh, you made them.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, so you you made that shit potent as fuck.
I mean, I only took half one because the recipe that I used to use was back when I smoked a lot more, and I haven't really been. So I only took half one. I'm still.
Yeah. It's how it be. It's how it be. But yeah, that's the only. Oh yeah. By the way, I went to, I'm gonna play a video like in the middle of this thing, but I went to the Golden State Fortune Cookie Company. It was like down this alley in Chinatown, and I have a video of this girl like literally making fortune cookies like with her hand, and it just looks so fascinating to me. And it was like the smallest little shop, but like it went so far back because it was like industrial equipment to like make the shit, and they just had maybe like 50 feet for people to walk in and like buy bags of like the fortune cookies or whatever. But I'll have that video. It's just this girl. It's like the machine pushing out the whatever it's made out of, and then her like peeling it back and pushing it and making it into the fortune cookie shape. But yeah, that's the only thing.
So they make them all by hand. It's not
apparently
what's all the industrial stuff around them? It's like for making the actual cracker part.
Yeah, because what they sell is like little small circular disc. It's like they just pump it out, and like if you want to buy the actual fortune cookies, it's like a little bit more. But like what they really sell is like bags of like they can like flavor it. They have like chocolate ones. They have like strawberry ones. They have like the original flavor ones. We got a whole bag.
So it's like
of
the
chips.
thing that you put in the oven, I guess, to make the fortune cookie shape.
It's like whenever it comes out circular, and then whenever the lady like pushes it in and presses it into this different piece of metal, it like shapes it into the way that it's shaped. So like they just press out wholesale the circular.
Do they put messages in them?
Yeah. You can see her put in the little slip of paper in there. It's